Hello. Well, there's my gas turbine. I got the shell off of eBay. Used a Roco slash motor power for the 2 center trucks drivetrain. The back trucks are Athearn trucks. They had plastic wheels. I put metal ones in there. They're not the right wheels, so once in a while the trucks, they're kind of sloppy, so they derail. I used metal wheels because I needed the extra weight to hold them down. Excuse me. So it runs all right. I added a lot of detail to it. Put some ladders in there and stuff like that. Ladders on the tender. That is 2 Rivarossi tenders cut in half and bonded together. I screwed up. That tender should be about ½ an inch or 3/4 of an inch shorter. I wasn't going to cut it apart again to redo it, so I left it as is. That yellow and red in the lettering is printed on vinyl, and I cleared over it. Unfortunately, it didn't. This is the color code that I came up with, and for some reason it didn't print as close as this. This is the original paint off that shell, but it is what it is. It's not too bad. I'll leave well enough alone. This thing probably cost me maybe $50 to build, maybe a little bit more. So it's still got a lot more work to do on it. I still got to add a headlight, and I'm not going to bother putting a real light in it. I painted all the truck silver. It's got a 5-pole dual shaft motor from China in it. Not the fastest thing in the world. It's a lot faster than the original motor that was in it. The big giant monstrosity of a motor. This thing is geared really low or slow. Unlike, let's see. This is, I don't know if I have one. The Rocos that had the motor powers that had the flywheel were geared a lot slower than the ones without. But I couldn't use the other chassis because I had to grind about 1/16 of an inch off of either side to fit in that shell, and there wouldn't have been anything left of the aluminum. So I could have made my own chassis out of plastic, but then I would have had to load the thing up with lead in order for it to stay on the track. But it runs all right. My track is very uneven. There's a lot of high spots and low spots, so when it hits some of the low spots, the rear truck will actually come off the track a little bit. This one here holds it up, even though right now, see how it's sloppy. It's got as much slop as possible, but because there's high-low spots on the track, once in a while it'll hit one, and it'll spin the wheels a little bit. But considering it's not too bad, we'll just take it for a lap or two and then we'll call it a night. Like I said, I do have some problems with the front truck and the rear truck causing a derail. I still got to work on that. I know that if it was probably on a normal layout, I wouldn't have that problem. It's just because, like I said, I got high and low spots on this track. This thing is on the floor of a attic. There's a spot right there where it starts to slip. And it kind of powers through it. And then there's another spot coming right to the turn, I think. But it goes all right. See that rear truck is derailed now? See how it's flopping? You can see it. That's because the truck is not always, when it hits the high and low spot, doesn't do that on the outer line, only on the inside line. What happens here is the rear truck bottoms out basically, and it lifts this one off on some of the track. And if you're going slow enough, it won't derail, but if you try to power through the wheel slipping when it comes off the track, it will. So I haven't really ironed that out yet. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I'll figure it out. Possibly, I don't know. I really don't want to cut the frame and get more. You see how this right now is on the track, and this is flopping. There's no weight on it. But, and then if I move a little bit down the track here, this now is flopping. So it's due to my uneven track here is where the problem is high and low spots. It's cheap Bachman Easy Track. The heat and cold causes it to bow. So I know it's derailing in the corners, because that's where the high and low spots seem to be. A lot of the straightaways, you know, anybody knows anything about this cheap Bachman track, the track starts to bow up. Now, if this was on a board, I would drill a little tiny pilot hole in the center of the track, and I would, you know, screw it down with a little tiny screw, and that would eliminate that problem. But this is not my house. I rent. So I have to be careful what I do. So anyway, is she on the track here? Yeah, she's on the track. So anyway, it runs really well. It's got plenty of pulling power. There's 25 cars on there now. If the track didn't have irregularities in it, it'd probably pull 30 cars easily. I actually had 30 on it until it hit the high and low spots, and then it got stuck, so I took them off. So that's that. I painted the grates, some of them gray, like it was in the photograph, just to add a little bit more detail to it. Still got a little bit more work to do on it. It's pretty quiet. So anyway, that's it. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. And when I straighten out some of the other issues, I'll do another video. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.